Hello, hello. It is Susan from Sassy C Art Shop. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know what I do here, I like to do a little fun, a little art, a little this, a little that, all the good stuff, all the good stuff, you know. Anyway, so it is May, as you guys know, and I have been doing a series of mermaids this month, one for each video. They're super fun to create. So the first one I created was inspired by a sunset. The second one was inspired by like glitter and glamour. The third that I did was a mother-daughter creation doing their hair. That one was really cute. That one was last week. And finally, for this week, I thought I would do one more mermaid. What do you guys say? You want to join me? Let's get into it. All right, guys, so I have sketched my piece. If you guys want to see more of my brainstorming process or my sketching process, let me know. I don't know, I feel like I kind of ramble on and I'm boring, so I get straight into the action. But yeah, so let's look at this sketch of this mermaid in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Here she is. So as I've said with my previous mermaids, I kind of just wanted to have fun. Like if something struck my fancy on a different reference, I would include it. So yeah, she's kind of just there. I really like the pose. I like the curve of it and how it kind of fills the page. I like how her hair flows in the other direction of her tail. I think that's fun. So I added all these little flower details. So like her bra whatever top, it's like little roses, and I don't think logically that would actually work, but I don't think it has to work. I think it has to look cool and fun, and it was fun to draw, so that's why I drew it. So she's got the flower in her hair, she's like dripping diamonds, and then she has the other flower motif. I like how her tail kind of has like the curving vines and then the little flowers here. And then I did some floating flowers throughout. Yeah, she looks kind of cool, a little bit evil just because I think I did her eyebrows, a little snarky. But I think she still looks really cool. I do think she could have like that bridal theme with the flowers and the diamonds and maybe do like white hair or something like that. I haven't quite decided yet, but I think I'm going to get into the line work and give myself a better idea of what I want. All right, and here I am getting into the line work. I'm just using my Prismacolor colored pencils for this. I wasn't sure about the coloring for this one. I hadn't quite decided it when I drew it. I considered making her a bride with like all white, but I ended up deciding to go with more of a pink and sort of soft purple and some hints of yellow and orange and some gold accents. So that's what I'm doing here, just outlining her with those different colors so I kind of know where to place them. All right, guys, so I have just finished the line work for this piece. Now, I was a little unsure about the direction I wanted to go for the coloring because, we had the flower theme and stuff. So I was like, oh, maybe she's like bridal and she's like carrying her bouquet or something like that. So the line work is kind of iffy right now. I may go back over certain colors or change them as needed, but let's dive into the coloring. I'm a bit nervous about this part because, like I said, I don't quite know the direction I want to go, but I feel like once I get started, inspiration will take place and it's just going to be a trust the process. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so let's just go ahead and get right into the coloring of this piece. I really wanted to do something different than what I had done for my previous mermaids. All the other mermaids, I gave them lighter skin tones, but for this one of the things I knew for certain, even before I was debating some of the other color schemes, is I was like, oh, it would be really cool if she had like white hair with maybe like some purple highlights or purple shadows, but a very lavender light lilac purple. So I thought it would contrast so well to have a darker skin tone here with that hair. And I'm so glad I did this. I love how the skin turned out. I think the blending turned out beautiful. I just like this was a win. And I really like the dark red lip. I did consider giving her a softer look, like a more pink lip, because that would match her outfit. But I really like the contrast of the very bold lipstick compared to the softness of her hair and her outfit when I color all of that. I decided to give her pink eyes, and I didn't want her to look, like a lab rat, or, when you say pink eye, like the disease. But I think it's really nice that with mermaids, because they are mythical, fictional creatures, is that you can be really fun and fantastical with the color choices. So things that wouldn't naturally be found in a human, you could put in a mermaid and it would still look beautiful. I just think that's super, super fun, and I definitely wanted to experiment with that. Also, it just looks pretty. So as you can see here, I am drawing the tail, or coloring the tail rather, and I decided to go with a bunch of different soft pinks, very, very soft, like the lightest pink I had, and then layer it up with a few darker ones. I didn't want to go too bright though. And then I add some little hints of like sort of lilac, lavender, muted purples throughout it. And then I thought one fun detail, because she's holding these flower wreaths, because I considered making her like a bride mermaid at first, as I said, but I was just like, in the end, it wasn't really what I wanted, but she does seem like she could be like a bridesmaid kind of thing, because she's holding the flowers. She's kind of got this sassy expression. Like, I like it. It's fun. So her little top or bra or whatever you want to call it. So I thought it would be really cute if it was like little roses. I just thought that visually that would be very interesting, and I really like that. I don't think it would really make much sense. Like, how would they stay on? And, how much could they cover up, kind of thing. And, but you know what? Just suspend your disbelief and just enjoy making art with me, because that's what we're here for. But anyway, so she's got this little wreath of flowers. There are floating flowers. Her tail has some flowers. And then I thought it would be cute to include the theme is to have like a vine wrapping around her tail kind of thing. But I didn't want to make it green, because I was like, oh, I'm not sure that like the vine is actually real, or if it's like she put it on as decoration for this special event, which I kind of liked that idea better. So I ended up making it gold, so it kind of looks like gold filigree, and I really like the softness of it, the romance of it. I just think that's really cute. And I like that her gold jewelry kind of contrasts well with the gold, or the pink. I think that looks really pretty. I really like the contrast. I know I keep saying that word, but I like it. I like it, of the hot pink, the very bright hot pink of the like fins and the roses on her top, compared to the very soft, sweet, romantic look of the tail itself. I just think that looks really, really pretty. I also went in, so for the gold, I actually went in with one of my acrylic paint pens and laid down like this warm golden tone, and then went back in with some colored pencils and added some highlights and a bit of shading just to make it look a little more metallic. Here I'm just blending out some of the tail, adding some of those flowers, a few details. And then I went in with my white gel pen, or white paint pen rather, just to add that little bit of shine. Here I am coloring the hair, and the hair was super fun to draw. I love like how flowy it is, and I really like the composition of it, that it faces the opposite direction from her tail. I think that makes it more visually interesting. And one of my favorite parts of drawing mermaids is creating like the really fun poses and the flowy hair, because you can do almost anything with it. Now, I don't go too crazy with it, but I still think it's really fun. And I wanted it to be white hair, but I wanted it to have like a soft purple gradient where the shadows hit. So it kind of has that. And I layered two soft purples for that. And then I added the little sunflower to her hair just because I thought that would be cute. And, it kind of completes the flower theme that I was talking about. Here I am working on the background. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with the background at first, so I started with the white outline around her with my acrylic marker. And then I had taken a picture of her at this stage, and I just kind of edited it on my phone to see which I liked better, like what colors I liked better. And I really liked this soft, glowy yellow. And I thought about doing it over the whole piece, but I decided to just focus it around her in like large areas around her, and then going in with this sort of more warm golden orangey yellow around it. And I really like this choice because it really makes her look like she's almost glowing. And I think that's just a fun little detail. Yeah, so the paint pens worked great for the background for this. Backgrounds weren't my focus this time, but I think they turned out fine. I really enjoyed creating these mermaids during the month of MerMay. Um, if you guys made any mermaids, be sure to show me. I love seeing what you guys create too. And if you have any suggestions for me, I like knowing what you want to see in the future videos. So this can be like, oh, I want to see more mermaid videos, or I want to see more draw this in your style, or whatever it is. But let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching and staying along with me as I drew this. It was super fun. Alrighty guys, so I have just finished my final mermaid for this mermaid season. It's kind of sad because it's like, I've enjoyed creating them so much, but I've been really pleased with the results, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey. So let's see my very last mermaid for this mermaid in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I think she turned out so great. Honestly, she might be my favorite of the 4 that I created this year. I just love her color scheme. I love the contrast of the warm skin tone with the bright pink of the like flowers, and then the soft pink of the tail. I love the gold filigree detailing. I love her little flowers. I love the flowiness of her white hair with the sort of lavender shadows and stuff. For the background, creating that soft white and then the very soft yellow around it, and then the orange with the floating flowers, I think it makes her stand out really well. I love how she turned out. Let me know which was your favorite mermaid that I created this year, and give me suggestions for next year or even later in the year. Just because it's May does not May anymore doesn't mean I can't draw mermaids, and they're always fun to do. I love the flow of her. She feels very elegant and ethereal. But yeah, let me know in the comments which was y'all's favorite, and let me know suggestions for new mermaids. Well, guys, I hope you guys had so much fun with me. I had so much fun as I was creating these. You can see my others in the background. And here is what I created today. I forgot to tell you her name. So I called her Ayla because it means like shine or halo. And she kind of has that glowy effect with how I did the background, which I really like. Yeah, she was so much fun to create. I loved doing these mermaids, doing different poses and expressions, and just having fun with creativity and all of that. So yeah, if you guys drew any mermaids, be sure to tag me. I want to see what you guys created, and wait and see what I create in the next video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.